Hi everybody, it's Miss Marletta again. I'm doing the photo activity cards from the Frog Street curriculum for the week of 420. So our first card is the this is a bird and it is pink and it starts with the letter F. What do you think it is? Flamingo. You're right. This is a flamingo. And a group of flamingos is called a flock. Flamingos love to stand on one leg. It is a resting position for them. Can you stand on one leg? I know you can. Flamingos also love to march. They like to march together and turn around at the same time. And flamingos love the mud. They like to go in there and find their food. They also are pink because of what they eat. So that's really interesting. So this is can you see that? Can you see them both? Let me hold it back a little. This is a seal. This is a baby seal. He is 3 months old. His mommy's in the ocean looking for food. He is looking for her. Do you see him looking for his mommy? It makes me think of the Owl Baby book. Bill, Percy, and Sarah were all looking for their mommy. Remember? Mm-hmm. So seals are sometimes in circuses and they balance balls on their nose and they do a lot of clapping with their front flippers, but they don't have any legs to move. They have to move around with their front flippers and their belly. Can you do that? Move on the floor with your arms and your belly and not move your legs? Then you could move like a seal. Our next one is oh my gosh, we all know what this is. Do you know how we know? Because remember when we had our school days and we took a walk on the nature trail and we went back there and we saw these. Yeah, you're right. You're right. They're iguanas. We would see them up in the tree. When we walked on the nature trail, we would see them by the canal. Look how big their claws are. They're a reptile and they like to live in the trees. Iguanas live in the wild in Mexico, Central America, and South America. They are powerful swimmers and they can run very fast. Iguanas can live to be 20 years old in the wild and grow to be 6.5 feet long. Iguanas are vegetarians. What's a vegetarian? It says iguanas are vegetarians. A vegetarian is somebody that only eats vegetables. So, what are vegetables? You know, because we have them for snack when we had our school days. Carrots, broccoli, beans, peas. Yeah, there's a lot of vegetables. So, and the other thing it says that iguanas can be 6.5 feet long. Whoa. Miss Marletta is only 5.5 feet. So if I laid on the ground, it would be a foot longer than me, some of them. That's how long they are from their head all the way to the tip of their tail. That is really long. Our next one is a snail and a slug. The animal without a shell is a slug. This is a slug. The animal with the shell is a snail. That rhymes. Both are usually found in the garden. Have you ever seen any of these? We have. We've seen them at school. Do you see legs on the snail or the slug? Mm-mm. How do you think they move without legs? Yeah. Yeah, they have to crawl, not crawl, they have to slither or scoot on the ground with their body. Hmm. Slugs and snails eat plants. Some animals eat slugs and snails. Which animals do you think would eat slugs and snails? You know what it makes me think about? It makes me think about the book Crazy Pizza Day. And which animal ate those bugs and the snails on the pizza? The birds. Yeah. So the birds eat those. So the birds would be their predators because the birds come and eat them. And remember we discussed predators last week? Yeah, that is so true. And what other what other animals can you think of that don't have any arms or legs? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right. The worm, which we're going to talk about next, and a snake. Yeah, they don't have arms or legs. So this is our next one. It's an earthworm. And earthworms live in gardens, or they just live in the ground, but most of them live in gardens. Have you seen one near you? When it rains a lot at my house, I see them on the sidewalk or the street. They come out of the grass when there's a lot of rain. So, did you know worms have no eyes, no arms, no legs? Wow. They have a lot to do with no arms, legs, or eyes. Have you ever held one of these earthworms? I have. They're kind of sticky, but they use it to go through, to crawl and go through the ground. And bugs and creatures that move by wiggling and squirming. They move by wiggling and squirming. You could lay on the floor right now and not use your arms and not use your legs and wiggle and squirm from one side of the room to the other. Like a slug, a snail, a worm, a snake. You could do that. And our last one is a caterpillar that turns into a butterfly. Yep. And these three photos on this card is the life cycle of the butterfly. This photo shows a caterpillar before it forms into its chrysalis and then emerges to a butterfly. The caterpillar changes to a butterfly, which is called metamorphosis. So when the caterpillar goes from here to here, it's called metamorphosis. When it is here, it's a chrysalis, or a lot of people call it the cocoon. And this is where it changes from the caterpillar to the butterfly inside there. So this butterfly is called the painted lady butterfly. Isn't that nice? And do you know one thing about the butterfly? They taste with their feet. Hmm. So when they land on the flowers and or honey or any of the food, they'll take it from their feet and taste it and eat it. That's very interesting. So those were our photo cards for this week. I hope you learned a lot and I'll see you later. Bye.